Time for the deep dive with Jimmy Vaccaro, bookmaker for over 40 years. If you're ever in Vegas, go see him at the South Point. Give him a follow on Twitter as well. So we have the biggest total in playoff history. A team gets shut out in the first half, and it still goes over, Jimmy. Come on.
No problemo, young man. If you stick that in your parlay, which about 65% of people do, you sit and you wonder, but obviously, they put their money up and they're entitled to win. But the way that they're getting over in the second half, it's almost like it's almost like more secure to bet the second half total over because you're getting there in the third quarter. But it's something that I've never witnessed. It's something that I've been around a long time, and seeing totals in 60 and 61 and getting the money betting the over is taking. I would never use the word taking used to, only because you've seen so many things when you're on my side of the counter in the past odd number of years. But it is something to behold, and they get there, and simply when they strike quick in the third quarter, then everybody has to start throwing the ball around the field, and obviously then it opens up. But you play the over, you cash your ticket.
We mentioned this before, and we've been watching this a long time. But these guys don't give up anymore. I'm talking about the coaches too. Why is Rodgers in the game down 30 with 6 minutes?
Because it's Bill Belichick, and they have that same 101 book that you keep your starters in the entire game. He's the only one that I would think really presses it, although about 80% of them follow suit, not to the degree that he does, but I don't know why. And actually, obviously, we all saw the same game, and Brady got hit twice in that last series. I mean, if something would have happened, I don't know how you live it down from that standpoint, but they got away with it again after being hit, like I said, 2 times on that last drive. But they're in there to keep running the score up. They're kicking field goals, 3rd and 4 instead of running it. They're passing the ball, but that's a new way of doing it, I suppose. Until it really bites someone in the ass, Paulie, I don't think we'll ever see any change.
Yeah, well, I know I'm watching the game with a couple friends. It's like, what the hell's Rodgers doing in the game? It doesn't make any sense. That's the last thing you need, that he's out 6 to 7 months in the final game of the season when you can't win. Good day for you. I mean, close to a Scoop Jackson. I mean, Green Bay straight bets, Green Bay money line, Green Bay on the teasers. Packers second half didn't cash either.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Obviously, when you win something like that early, from my side of the counter, where there was so much Packer teaser money that you almost insured yourself a win. Although quirks happen, but you're in good shape as far as this side of the counter. But you only got to remember, different than a money line parlay bet as opposed to a teaser bet. Okay, we knocked down the Packers early, but in your 2-team teaser, let's go to the second game. If it would have somehow fell on the number where something like 12 or 13, remember it's just it's a refund of money. So even all the Packer losers, you would have to refund the money. You have no bet. In teasers, if you have 3 or more teams, if you get something that falls on a number, it just simply reduces it to the next team down. But in a 2-team teaser, it reduces to 0. You can't win or you can't lose on a 1-team teaser. So a little bit of a sweat for the bookmakers there. If the second game would have somehow fell on the teaser, that would have knocked all the 2-team losers out into pushes. But that's the racket. That's the way it goes. But yes, we did good. With majority of the tickets later were on the favorite and over there, so it took a little bite. But I'll take the Sunday outcome only because you insure yourself of a win going into the second game, just about no matter what happens.
How did it break for you with Patriots and the over, and it goes over with a garbage time touchdown?
Yeah, well, obviously that was a loser too. I mean that added a little bit to the payoffs on the late game. But here we go again. Scoring late. I believe both teams scored with around 3 minutes ago to put the totals over, and you saw it again where there's just simply no let up. But yeah, we paid out. We paid it probably 15% more than we did on the game, only because when the over came, it surely connected to a lot of other early things.
Yeah, how about the Le'Veon Bell props? I mean, you just put those right in the drawer, right? Guy gets hurt that early?
Yeah, there was something. And it looked like it. Obviously you can't see an outcome of a game unless you watch the entire game. But it looks like Belichick has something up his sleeve anyway to at least slow this kid down. Even the first few carries, he wasn't dancing around at the line of scrimmage. I don't know what the X's and O guys did, but Belichick, he's just a wizard of obviously playing against your strength and slowing that down. The injury, you had no chance when you saw him, starting to limp a little bit, betting the yardage total. But that's the racket. It goes 2 ways. Remember, if you bet under, you're looking to about 80% winner. So it's a two-way proposition. Anytime that people think we're getting the best of it, it happens the other way too. So we'll see what happens with 300 props coming up in about almost 2 weeks.
How creative will you be? And can you believe how interested and how people love these props so much?
Well, it's just a way of extending a bet for the entire game, and you have something going almost every play. I mean, the understanding that here we are in an age where people like to do more for a little bit less. I've always considered this, Paulie, and I surely don't have the answer because I don't really take track of everything, but just standing behind the counter as I have for so many years with these Super Bowls, it's about 5 to 8 proposition bets that the people in your book, what you would call the recreational people, wanting to understand. I can have fun the entire game. First pass, complete or incomplete. The safety, obviously, anything that has to do with length of the game. There, you're always involved. So I believe people spend between probably $20 and $100 just on the prop bets alone, meaning 4 or 5 bets with $10 to $15 or $20. Now, yes, the smarts jump in where they see there's something that apparently, if you iron this thing out, they have a little bit the best of it. Nobody has a big deal best of it anymore with these things because we've been doing that for so long. We understand the rationale. We understand, obviously, the math that goes into it. So there once was a time where you did have a hard time struggling to make a decent profit. You always made a small profit because there was just so much money betting and so many people just involved in it. But not anymore. Even what you call them smart guys or whatever. If they win maybe 2 bets out of the 2 more than they lose during the process of the game. There's just too many kids.
It's a completely different audience. But can you tell how this all got started with the refrigerator Perry prop?
That kicked everything in the ass at that particular time. Then the whole country wanted to know what the hell was going out there when they heard reports the day after that everybody was screaming and hollering up and down the strip because Refridge went in there and Peyton didn't get the carry. At that time, I was at the MGM. I fared pretty well. I only lost about $40,000. My friends across the street blew it about $200,000. So at that particular time, it started a revolution. It was the greatest promotion money we've ever paid. That I can't tell you.
Wow. Do you remember what it opened at and what it closed at?
Yeah, I think it opened around 3 to 1, closed maybe $1.40, something like that.
Unbelievable. Are you happy with this matchup? Do you think we'll get a record handle?
It's a little hard to say early because it's not such a solid number. There's not a lot of juggling, last night. It just simply seems that it's better off in the game is 1, 2, or 4.5 or 8.5 because you see a lot of positioning. With the 3, nobody's really jumping up there and showing their hand yet. In this state of Nevada, we have a small chance of going to 3.5. We'll never go to 2.5 in Nevada. I would bet another dinner with you, my friend. Offshore is a different understanding, different model. But here, possibility next Sunday, to go to 3.5, but never 2.5.
All right, you're the best. Thanks for 5 great minutes. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SPR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.